What makes us tick? The largest ABDL survey to date reveals all. I took a look at the results and summarized the most interesting facts about us in this video. Reasons for wearing diapers, diaper brands, 24/7, diaper size, relationships, diaper changing, and much more. It's definitely worth staying tuned. Let's start with some information about what kind of survey this is. It is organized by members of the ABDL community who invite people to participate in various forums. Over 1,800 people filled out the extensive questionnaire. Since it represents the international ABDL community, all questions are in English. Let's start with the participants. At 70%, most come from North America, followed by Europe with over 24%. In Europe, the United Kingdom is at the top of the list. Germany is in 8th place, just behind Austria. In relation to the population, significantly more Austrians took part. In North America, the US is in first place with over 88%, which is hardly surprising. It is followed by Canada with around 11%. A striking number are relatively young, over 36% are between 18 and 25 years old, and almost as many are between 26 and 35 years old. This means that around 73% of participants are 35 or younger. The 36 to 45 age group drops to around 15%. All those over 45 are only in the single-digit percentage range. On the right, you can see the current data from my YouTube viewers for comparison. There are significantly more younger people among the participants in the large survey than among my viewers. How does interest in ABDL develop? Almost 66% developed or noticed it in early childhood, which was also the case for me. A good 30% saw diapers in everyday life, for example in advertising. For 27.5%, it was pornographic material with ABDL content. This surprises me. Unlike the previous answers, this is something you consciously seek out. Around 24% have a urine fetish, which I have often observed in the scene. Interestingly, almost 19% are or were bedwetters and thus came into contact with diapers for the first time. Some of you may be disappointed that only 2.7% were triggered by their partner or a friend. Does wearing diapers for a long time as a child automatically lead to ABDL? Most children were potty trained quite quickly, over 59% by the age of 2 to 3. Very few still needed diapers at the age of 6 and older. The vast majority of over 58% were never affected by bedwetting, but 32% were at least in the past. Almost 10% still wet the bed today, and 2% are completely incontinent. There is a large overlap between bedwetting and ABDL. Many have suspected this, and it is understandable. However, I am surprised by the very low percentage of incontinent people. When it comes to coming out, the picture is mixed. A good 45% tell selected, close people in their circle about the diapers. But 16% keep it a secret to themselves. In 14% of cases, people found out unintentionally. Around 13% haven't told anyone yet, but would like to change that. The reactions of outsiders are quite positive. 36% have no problem with it at all, but just as many find it uncomfortable. Around 20% have mixed feelings. Only around 6% have had predominantly bad experiences and 3% have had extremely negative experiences. Diapers are still a taboo subject. This is evident from the high number of ABDLs who associate loneliness, stress, fear, guilt, and sadness with their preference. I know this from my own experience and from the many responses I have received from you. It goes so far that some try to stop using diapers. But later they start again because the preference is naturally there and remains. Almost 59% have done this at least once. Only just under 30% say they are completely at peace with it. Many therefore only wear diapers in their immediate circle. Over 24% only wear them when they are alone. Nevertheless, significantly more people feel comfortable wearing them among friends outside the scene than with other ABDLs. They probably don't know about it. I think it's great that over 60% would like to attend a real ABDL event for the first time. I've already been to several, it's awesome. So don't put it off, go for it. When asked to describe themselves, over 37% see themselves as diaper lovers. At 38%, almost as many are ABDL, meaning they love diapers and sometimes behave like a child or baby. Only just under 6% are purely small, with no interest in diapers outside of their role play. For many, diapers are the focus. With over 43%, most of you fit size M, followed by L with 31%. All other sizes are far behind. This makes it clear why new diapers pay less or no attention to the sizes at the beginning and end of the scale. With M and L, they already reach almost 75% of all wearers. Foil is by far the most popular outer material. Although slightly less so than in my channel survey, it still has a clear majority by a large margin. The answers here are more detailed than mine. A further 13% prefer plastic, but switch to cotton for a short time when it's hot. Overall, Team Foil comes in at a whopping 60%. Only around 21% don't care. Visually, a narrow majority of around 52% prefer colorful, childlike prints. Over 15% are not interested in the appearance of their diapers. The rest are strongly divided on whether they prefer one color, white, or prints that are not childlike. One reason why plastic is so popular, for a whopping 85%, diapers are at least occasionally sexual. Fetishes often involve plastic or rubber, while cotton is sexually uninteresting. Latex suits, for example, are very popular, but you'll be hard-pressed to find fetish clothing made of cotton. Other preferences such as dom, sub or bondage, on the other hand, go very well with diapers and are very common. Sniffing, furry, and gear are less popular than I thought. A huge majority of around 82% enjoy thick diapers. Around 58% like crackling diapers or plastic pants over them. Both are further arguments in favor of plastic diapers. They can easily be thick and stay leak-proof. They are available with rustling and quieter plastic. Are pull-ups, diapers that can be pulled up, real diapers? For a large majority of 69%, the answer is clear, no. The question about the preferred fasteners for real diapers is confusing. Velcro fasteners and 2 or 4 fasteners? Plastic fasteners are completely missing, which unfortunately makes little sense. This question should have been divided into the material of the fastener and the number of fasteners. The frequency with which diapers are worn varies widely. It ranges from 1 to 3 times a month to even less frequently to 24/7. There is no clear majority as to what is most common. The situation is quite different when it comes to wearing diapers 24/7. 41% have tried it before, and around 45% would like to. Only 14% have never done it and reject the idea. Very cool. Diaper yoga, which is often discussed in our group, is not only included in a separate question. Surprisingly, around 55% have already tried it. Some of you have also experimented with diaper packages. Most use 2 diapers on top of each other, with significantly fewer using 4 or more. Although we have previously observed a certain reluctance to wear diapers in front of outsiders, many of you secretly wear them outside your own homes. The surrounding area is at the top of the list, which I assume refers to gardening, barbecuing, and similar activities. Diapers are also very popular when shopping, driving, eating, or at the movies. There is a clear tendency toward smaller, shorter activities. At work, the figure is still over 46%, but in relative terms it is significantly lower. While the diaper should ideally remain leak-proof, this is not always the case for many children. Around 65% deliberately pee in their already full diaper to make it leak. Consciously holding back urine to flood the diaper, on the other hand, is less popular. 40% prefer to let it flow when they feel the pressure. Over 22% like to hold back for a strong load the first time and then let it flow as needed. How common are boosters? These are inserts that make a diaper thicker and increase its absorbency. 51% do not usually wear them. For many, they seem to be something special. Either when high absorbency is required, or for fun, for particularly thick diaper packages. Unfortunately, most of you, around 47%, do not have a partner. Of those who do, almost 14% tolerate ABDL without participating. Only 8% live the dream that many of you have. He or she is also ABDL and your perfect match. A good percentage have a partner who also wears diapers for other reasons. Diaper checks are rare. However, over 66% find the idea interesting to try. In fact, 13% only do it with one person, so the other probably doesn't wear them. Or at least it doesn't fit into the role play. Around 9% check each other's diapers. The vast majority of participants are male and see themselves as such. This is similar to my audience. However, we can dispel the false impression that a large proportion of these men are homosexual. This is only true for 8%, while 3% are lesbian. Around 22% see themselves as bisexual, and asexual and pansexual are also common. Almost half describe themselves as heterosexual. As Diaper TV, I am naturally very interested in the question, which diapers are worn? The survey only has one question on this topic, in which you can select 3 brands. ABU is in the lead, followed by North Shore and Rears with its neutral sister brand. Tykables manages a respectable 4th place. Little for Big is quite high up considering that the diapers are comparatively thin and too expensive. NRU, Kiddo, and LNGU do better, so I would have expected them to rank higher. It's not surprising that medical diapers score quite poorly, given the high preference for colorful prints. Once the diaper is on, many consider a diaper bodysuit to be part of the perfect ABDL outfit. Wearing just a t-shirt without pants is also popular. In 3rd place are adult baby items such as pacifiers. For 44%, it doesn't have to be special clothing. They wear the same things they would without a diaper. At 32%, long stockings, known to some as femboy socks, are also quite popular. Some like rubber pants. 20% only want to wear their diaper without any other clothing. If the respondents could choose any diaper they wanted, many would prefer pull-ups at the ABDL level. This is surprising, as thick diapers are extremely popular. Pull-ups can never physically reach that level. Even with a large absorbent pad, they would slip much more quickly due to a lack of fixation. Many also seem to be side sleepers and would appreciate a diaper with absorbent material on the sides. That sounds reasonable, but as far as I know, it doesn't exist yet. More baby-like designs are obvious, although we already have a lot of those. Thicker diapers would also fit in with the previous suggestion. I'm surprised again by diapers with 6 adhesive strips. I tried one and was disappointed. It makes putting them on more complicated without improving anything. That's probably why they were discontinued long ago. In my opinion, these were the most interesting questions. There are others that I won't go into due to length constraints. I really enjoyed this insight. The survey confirmed some things I already knew. In some cases, it provided evidence for assumptions that had previously been nothing more than gut feelings. There were a few surprising results that I neither knew about nor expected. It is not representative and is heavily biased toward the US. However, due to the high number of participants, it is one of the most widely distributed datasets we have so far. The results shown are from 2024. This survey will be repeated by volunteers in 2025 and is still open. Feel free to participate so that your voice will also be heard in the next evaluation. The link is below the video in the description. Stay dry until the next video.